Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of, well, we'll get onto that, by the Component Cast. Before we get on with today's episode, we just wanted to say that it's apparently our year anniversary of doing this show, which is really cool. And a momentous occasion when, you know, the shows cross those landmarks. It's always quite nice. But speaking of shows, Roach, what is it we're playing?
We're playing Lancer. It's a game by Massive Press and available on their website and their itch.io page. You can get a free version of the rules on their itch.io page. You can also pick up the rules on their website or itch.io for $25 if you want the PDF version. You can also pick up the actual physical rulebook, which is still available as of, I think, last week was when I checked. So we're always a week behind when it comes to that info. But it's worth it. Mikey has a copy of it as well as I do. It is a beautiful book, totally worth having just to have on your shelf. So, yeah.
And, Mikey, do you have anything to cover?
I do, yes. You can check out the artist who's drawn the character portraits for this show, Mela. You can find her on Twitter and Tumblr as BY Space Creator. That's by Space Creator. You can find our shows in individual podcast channels. You can find the show's titles. So if you want to ever watch this show in a podcast format on any of the apps I'm about to mention, search Lancer, It's Just Business. You can find our Dungeons & Dragons show, The End of Our Chronicles, our Jungle Show, Control Nights, there's Whitehander Show, The Great Schism, our Lancer show, It's Just Business, and our specials include Late Ninjas Zone special, the Goodies for Copies for Moogle special, House Time Midgeman special, and the Path of Ghosts Savage Rift special on the Player FM, Podchaser, Listen Notes, Bloom Play App, Podcast Overcast, Podcast Podbean, Caster, Castbox, Podfriend, Pocket Addicts, and Good Pods apps. Shows released on YouTube and the podcast channels at 12 noon GMT, Friday for Eleanor, Saturday for Lancer, and Sunday for specials. Please remember to turn on your or downloader on your preferred app. Be sure to leave a review and share it with your friends weekly as nerdy. And please check out our master link below by Doris. You can find our merch store there where you'll find our limited run merch. The merch only runs for as long as the show is live. So if you want some Lancer merch, some Lancer stickers, mug, t-shirt, hoodie, travel bag, there is water bottles, I believe, as well, Mitch has designed. You can find it all there.
Okay, and then without further ado, let's get on with tonight's show.
Okay. So last week, is Utari actually here now?
Yes,
Yep, he just turned up.
Okay. Last week, or the last session was, well, not a session. We had some technical difficulties, but the one previous to that, you all were able to win in your attack against the enemy relay station of the Tannum Republic with the aid of some of your royalist allies that have been helping you on your current mission to locate a air base or air station that some pesky bombers had landed in after they did a long-range strike on your firebase that you that you're stationed at. After having defeated the forces at the relay station, you fell back and awaited information as your allies, or I guess your current allies, you're not enemies. The royalists did promise to help you in locating the airbase if you help them with this little task. And so, as you head back to the jump off point where you were previously at, there's kind of a, I guess you could say, like a calm. The combat is ebbed away. You're not really responsible for the post-battle like cleanup or securing. The royalists have gone in and done that, destroyed what needs to be destroyed. Any prisoners or the like have been taken, and you, as you're told to do, start heading back to the base that you were previously at, or I guess town, holdout, etc. of Dumore. And what follows is a bit of downtime. Not really enough to do much with, but you do have enough time to apply any repair points that you want to on your Mech. Get a bite to eat, some stuff to drink, maybe get some time in one of the few showers that are available or in the river to clean yourself, that kind of thing. And during this time, you get periodically reached out to or contacted, but from I guess contacted, but Demon, you talk with your handler, Juliet, fairly regularly, kept up to date on what's going on, as it seems some upper level kind of cross communication is going on there, more directly, kind of bypassing you, but in the sense of kind of, I guess you're told they're pooling resources. Avari's got ships in orbit, which would help in gathering some information if they're pointed to general areas, that kind of thing. So is there anything you'd all want to do during this? Let's say you've got like maybe a day. Yes, Banner.
Hi. Yes. Hi. Hello. Rewind just a smidge. Was there any? Because it was a comm station that we destroyed. Was there any remaining fairly intact hard drive servers, anything like that? I realize that we are thousands of years into the future, but if they had a structure, then in theory their structure was holding something.
I think we've established that even if you go like 1,000 years into the future, they still use USB.
Exactly.
It's thousands of years in the future. They're still just using regular old hard disk drives, 7200 RPM.
Hooray! If there's any of those intact, can I nick them?
Well, you can find some that look moderately intact, I guess you could say. I don't think I'm going to make you roll for this. You would know this stuff would be like, I guess the equivalent of like non-copywritten, BitLocker, like, the is like it's a hard level. It's a hardware encryption that has to be decrypted by a software layer. That's very difficult because it's an individual. Like it's a it's a key. Like it's pretty hard to crack. So I mean that exists in this world. So that's probably these probably have that.
Oh, fully aware. We were expecting some kind of encryption, but
Okay.
it's more for downtime.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you can pick up. Tiny dice.
Dice have been retrieved.
Dice have been retrieved. You get one intact hard drive. It was a fairly large explosion. Very thorough. And you wouldn't really have a lot of time right now to do anything with that because it is it's not downtime. It's just you have a breather period.
Other than that, I'm showering.
All right, it is cold. There is no hot water.
As long as it's clean, I don't care.
Yeah, it's clean enough. Anybody else have anything?
I don't think there was any sort of like intel that needed analyzed or anything like that.
Nothing that you're given. Nothing that you're really given. It's just a more of a thanks for helping. Now go here and stand by, or go back to base and stand by, kind of thing. You're other individuals are out looking, are collating intel, confirming things that then you're going to be given kind of more of a complete picture when that's been finished, kind of situation.
I'm going for a shower.
I think Oleg is just looking up Makepeace and is just planning for the future, trying to compensate for the notable frustration that has come from being the slowest guy on the battlefield.
Slowest guy on the battlefield who's also the breacher.
It's a doctrinal thing. Hey, slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
I don't think you can call Bigger Brother smooth.
If he's slow, he can be. Sorry, that's a very overused thing in the military. People will always say.
Without really understanding what they mean by that.
Yeah. So yeah, if there's nothing like you want to kind of do around the base other than kind of those specific things, yeah, about 18 hours after you get back from your mission, you have Juliet contact you, a demon, and inform you that some of the scouts and agents of the Royalists have found what they're pretty sure is the target. It's an air station out the very north edge of the landing site, like kind of possible location that you were given. So probably would have been something you it would have taken some time to find if you were like gone through. I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself in one of your things. I'm not sure who it
I'm
was.
on push to talk.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
I don't know
too.
who it was. Now it's not there anymore. But
Midge said nothing. It was Midge.
I'm not hearing it anymore. It was distracting me like god awfully. But yeah, it would have taken you some time to find if you had been looking normally. But now that this has been provided, they're fairly certain it is this location. It has some telltale signs of large-scale operations recently, and has the facilities large enough to house potential bombers, which previously you had been informed of that these bombers were. Think less a B-24 Liberator or Super Fortress or something like that, and more of like a the smallest you could think, like a space corvette that's been modified for exclusive aerospace flight kind of thing, and used as a bomber. So these are like equivalent to kind of what you blew up on your first mission. Which understandably require a fairly substantial amount of ground support to maintain and function. So,
okay, I'd like as much information you can give me on the local area around the base then.
Yep, you're informed it's in a flat plain, kind of a semi-arid or deserty area. There's not a lot of tree cover. Not a lot of basically anything out there. Think kind of almost like a, not salt flat, but you know what I'm talking about, like an arid kind of plain kind of area. I'd almost say like, it's just on like in my head right now, like I would, because of previous conversation I was having before the stream started, let me say like the Mojave kind of area, not as hot, but it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. No major settlements nearby. It's mostly underground, as previously established when you were given information on kind of the predominant air bases that are used on this planet, where one of them has those kind of large central structures that then lead out to airstrips, but they're pretty hardened against like, orbital strikes kind of thing. And this base has fairly substantial amount of like storage and facilities. Say, I couldn't give you like a square kilometer, footing, like, or area that it occupies, but it's fairly large. Its name is Air Station Mike 26. Currently, they expect most, if not all, of the bombers that had undertaken that attack are currently located on this airbase, this air station, or in it at least. And you're kind of run through. You're given some general, like, again, very quick, because of the way that the Corvette in orbit has to do these runs. It's very fast. It's unstabilized, like passes orbit, like in orbit. So these are low quality, kind of little hazy through the atmosphere. They're not, long exposure time, images. But you're given some general idea of the layout of the base, and Juliet gives you kind of a rundown of the various, like, of the plan that's been kind of, the shape of the plan that's been formatted. You can adjust it as needed.
We will.
But, yeah. Currently, the outer wall, like perimeter wall of the base, is fairly substantial. Maybe the equivalent of the wall that you dealt with at the relay station, in the sense that it's a solid structure, and it runs around the entire base with some fairly. It's exclusively a military installation. It's a much more defended kind of entrances and exits. So, proposed plan is to use one of the ships that's been tasked with this mission to strike one section of the wall along it and open up holes nearby one of the few vulnerabilities that this kind of base has, and that is the fact that the fuel system, while most of it is underground, its pumping station, or it's kind of like where all that kind of is handled, that control is above ground, and that handles kind of central management of that whole system throughout the base, or at least a portion of the base, specifically the one that is connected to the hangars. And so the idea is to go in, hit that station, that little like control station, and then use that to destroy the distribution and possibly cause secondary explosions in the hangars. Because destroying the entire base would require a fairly substantial undertaking, going level by level to clear, which you do not have the forces, and the Royalists are unwilling to provide forces for that kind of action. But as to specifics of how you would, when, and quiet, not quiet, when you're going to do this, etc. It's leaving that up to you as the person on the ground.
Thoughts?
Anyone got anything incendiary?
No can do.
Still have the airstrike, which is going to definitely get yeeted at the target.
I mean, technically, if I'm overheating, my rounds put out heat, so kind of incendiary, I guess.
I mean, how incendiary are we talking? Because, I mean,
They cause the
smoke
burn
grenades, technically,
mechanic.
can start fires.
Well, it is literally jet fuel. So that stuff is...
Actually, it's not the fuel itself, it's the vapors coming off the fuel that's incendiary.
I mean,
But
this
if
is
we do get a
aerospace. This is for aerospace engines and stuff, so this is just hydrogen.
Kablooey!
Okay, so we really just need to, like, I don't know, smoke a cigarette near this thing.
Look at it weird.
I've got that. If everyone can cover me, I will indulge my habit.
Take a section of shag carpet and rub and like kind of build up some static charge.
Basically...
Just hold them off. I'll be fine.
Basically, rival Mikey and Utari with cigars like at the wedding. Just flick over.
Just a casual.
One less.
Yeah, we'll all get there. Go. Okay, who brought the matches?
In practical terms, a smoke grenade is a pyrotechnic. That's how it generates the smoke. So, in theory, if you want to ignite it from range, if you want to ignite it from range, we could use one of our smoke grenades, couldn't we?
We also have a person who's equipped with a howitzer and a mortar.
Well, see, that's more concussive. It doesn't really. It's not
it
like
is
fire.
explosive damage.
Yeah, but it's very
that is high
concussive.
I would say this. I would expect a mortar shell hitting a hydrogen fuel tank to blow up the hydrogen fuel tank.
So,
yeah, but the mortar shell will go as well.
Especially if the rounds
It's not like a war where one thing wins, one thing loses.
Especially when you yes, as Midge is trying to say, it is superheated from a nuclear reactor.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah, that's fair.
Do you want an image of the attack area? Do you want
Please.
to see what it looks like?
So
Okay.
I technically also have the ability to deal explosive damage at maximum range. So
Okay, so what's
This is
the
the
thing? Is it this?
water.
Is this the thing? No, it can't be. That's too easy.
It's all the way down here.
That's the thing.
That is the thing.
Oh, that's the thing. And where would we enter from? I assume up here.
Yeah, where the holes in the wall are.
To clarify the mission parameters, it's blow this up and get out is the basics.
So what we're saying is we leave Midge behind the wall, safe and sound.
I mean,
get
that's
some
some
more to the
that's,
crap out of it.
that's some range.
It is some range. Also, I would say this: that it is a primary form. It is a primary infrastructure point of a large military installation. It is a point of failure, so it is hardened, in the sense that you would probably have to get up to it, or at least it would take a lot from range to deal damage to it.
We could use the airstrike to soften it up and see what it's looking like after that.
That would work.
Because while the pumping station and everything is above ground, the tanks are below ground, as they would be if it was jet fuel. They wouldn't be anywhere above ground. So they would be.
Yeah, I was starting to think this was like where you was like, oh, it only takes this, like it's hydrogen, so it would only take this or that. Look at it.
Secondary
And I was thinking,
question.
this is sounding too easy.
Did anyone bring any
This
like
isn't a break
shaped
mission.
charges or anything on their pilot dossier, as in when you're out of the mech?
I believe our good friend Thick Boy over there did, yeah.
If it's a hardened
Oleg's got
target
some.
and we can put that on a delayed fuse, physically go inside, then so like for example, my theory, game plan. We've got breaks in the wall already.
I have thermite charges.
We've got breaks in the wall already, like in the north here. Why don't we make ourselves a new break in the wall in the south here, as close to the objective as possible? Rush in, larger mechs to cover, one or two pilots actually get out, place the thermite or whatever we've got inside, get out, rendezvous out. Then we're not worrying on instead of cracking the egg, we're going to syringe it.
Yeah. You're gonna fill it full of.
Rather than blowing up the whole building, we blow a massive hole in the side of it, and it sets off fire because of the thermite. It's thermite. It melts through shit.
You take the thermite indoors. We don't need to worry about the hardcover. It's just it essentially the fuse delay will be how long it takes to burn through the floor before it hits the hydrogen tanks.
I can pick locks and I can hack shit. So if it's an electronic lock-in, don't even
Is your mech is your mech small enough to get inside?
It is. It's a half-size mech, right? It's just the size of a person.
It's a little larger than a person, but yeah.
It's not so big that you'd be like, oh, it
We
can't
have
fit in the
options.
building.
We have options because then we could use the artillery as cover.
Yeah.
As in
Midge,
the-
myself, and.
Well, no, I mean the
Utari can stay
cooling.
outside.
We can
yeah.
utilize the cooling as cover, like.
And just for
But-
reference, I saw your message. The large section in the center is the runway, and the structures on either side, those are the partially below ground hangars.
Ah, those are hangers. Cool.
It's the closest equivalent I could get without having to like draw something myself, and none of us wanted that.
Mikey, how far can you see from? Because I'm thinking, whatever we do, we want to scout and see what kind of force is there.
Yes. Outside of
But
my
it's a
mech,
big
I have a
open
3
plain.
mile. I have a 3 mile radius with my binoculars, so I can set up 3 miles away from this base and get decent recce from that.
Is there any high ground within range of the airfield?
No,
Like,
it's a pretty flat area. It's not.
it's just nothing at all.
It's nothing that would be like you'd be an ops point. It's part of the reason that it's here is because it is a flat plane kind of around it and everything. Not only because of security, but also if like, hey, we can't make the runway. All right, well, there's pretty much just flat plane around here that's fairly hard dirt. So just try your best.
We'll be alright.
Yeah.
Because I do
Let me
have
just
my
check.
drone, but it's only got half a mile range and it's noisy.
It's also it's a drone at an air base. It would be the first thing they'd be thinking of.
Oh yeah, no, it's getting shot at the sky as soon as it comes
Yeah.
in range. So.
So I do have pretty decent
It's a
sneaking
fucking
myself.
harm missile going straight at it from launcher.
Just a javelin comes out of nowhere. But I do have act unseen or unheard, and I also have spot at pretty decent levels for what I am. So like I Reaper's used to this whole exfil infill scout thing. It's what he did for a living. He's used to it. He'd figure it out. If he couldn't take his mech out there, hey, he's still pretty sneaky without the mech.
I'll say this: you wouldn't be able to get a lot of information, but you'd get like, basically, you'd get this in the sense that you get structures because the wall is a level 2, is too high, so any normal mech is going to be obscured.
Yes.
Or vehicle for a thing. So that's just kind of how it works. Unless it's a real big thing. But you already know big aircraft are actively being used here.
Yes.
So they would exist in this base, so you might see some of them, but it's kind of it. Basically, think of this base as like a big it'd be like a big X or a cross, and this is like one end point of that, and that's where you're attacking. This isn't the only pump station, but it is the one closest to a wall.
Right.
So the other ones you'd be like going straight, you'd be going in the near center of a base or something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be a hell of a lot harder
I
and
guess
more
the hope
difficult to
here-
map.
True. I guess the hope here would be that you'd blow up this giant hydrogen tank and it would take out a large portion of the base by itself because it's hydrogen.
Yeah, also pipes. You can see the pipes and like end points. There's pipes around the building, the pump station, and there's pumps to each of these
Hangars, and they'd be
hangars and
on the
everything.
base. So
Yeah, and they also go underground, so like under the runway.
yeah. In
So
general,
blowing.
not a great
that
time
up.
if that thing goes up.
Yeah, even if it doesn't destroy the hangars, it ruins the runways.
Yeah.
And it also makes it a hell of a lot harder for them to do anything at this base. And hopefully it also means that anything is here, if it's still functional, it won't be able to take off, at least until they get something here to repair those runways, which again
And then
delays them.
You'd also need to bring out possibly more fuel, even if there's stuff that hasn't been exploded, which
Yeah.
further delay.
Yeah, it's hard to say about that because this is it's an oxygen atmosphere, so
Yeah.
you can theoretically just use air to make hydrogen.
This is true. This is
Or
true.
to make hydrogen because it's going to have water in it, and it's going to it's going to
Mobile refineries. That sounds really cool. To be as a theory, a mobile hydrogen refinery is really cool. Anyway,
totally viable. Like if you've got enough moisture in the air, everything. Hard here because we did say it is a drier area, so it'd be harder for it here. But there's always a baseline amount of moisture in the air.
True. So yeah, I think Midge's idea of us going in through, is this south? Sorry, am I being correct in assuming this is south if we're coming in up here?
Yeah, just assume that the top of the map's always north. It's not, but it's easier.
So if we're coming in here, we're going down here, we're blowing a hole in this wall here, so that way Ursa, Demon, and Spanner can get to the building and get inside out of their mechs to go blow shit up hack stuff and get whatever information they can, and then we immediately just exfil it the same way. I think it's a very solid plan, to be honest, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to suggest.
I just need to add a bit. Lake, does Bigger Brother have a comp-com?
Nope.
Mine does.
I have an idea then. So my mech's special ability is it can merge with another mech and give it its systems. My mech has a comp-con, and Bigger Brother is going to be a lot more useful than the Brave in close quarters. So what might be a plan, especially if Spanner's getting out, is to merge the two, and then the Brave controls Bigger Brother and smashes shit up.
I like the idea. The idea is badass.
It's a little scary.
You live with that woman.
I'm aware of that. I've lived with this woman for 20 years.
Yeah.
I've never been afraid to go to bed.
That has now changed.
Because she keeps on saying things like merge.
Yeah, honestly, that is kind of a comp con is. Yeah, the idea of mechs merging like that, because the thing about the goblin is it's just, let's be honest, it's a creepy gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, it's creepy. Generally.
I just want to point out, there are some like plants and animals that can act like parasites and control larger animals.
Cordyceps.
Yeah, you don't even have to go that far. There's
My
a type
wife,
of,
ladies and gentlemen.
There's a type of parasitical organism that like is in cats, and if you get near them and everything like that, basically if it gets to a human, it makes you less susceptible to like smelling ammonia and like cat urine and stuff like that. So you don't you're not bothered by them being around a lot. And that's kind of and the parasite continues to reproduce and everything because it's thing. And in the original, it's a weird lifespan as well because it also like makes rodents less scared of things, so they get eaten by cats, and then it gets into the cat, and then yeah, it's fucking weird. Nature's scary.
Nature, you scary.
Yeah, nature is scary.
Oh damn. Anyway, yeah, good idea, Midge. I appreciate. I approve. I think we all approve. I think that's the plan.
I do think that's the plan. My only concern is how hard would it be to get through that wall, Roach?
It's a size 2 structure that is made for defense, so it's going to be it's a thick boy.
Is this it? Is it finally time?
For
Is it
what?
time to do the thing? The thing I've been holding this entire fucking time.
I suppose you could do that. Yeah, you could use that to blow open the
Well,
wall.
my point is, if we're gonna use that,
I'm sorry, but
on a target.
I'm sorry, but at this point, this is like playing a fucking Dark Souls like saving a whole bunch of fucking items for the final boss, because you never know, you might need it for that final boss. Not
Fathead
using it on
is
the
a hell
final.
diver with the last use of a 500 pound and is vibrating.
Not using it, yeah. Not fucking using it on the final boss because you think there's going to be a third phase and then you've won the game and you're like, oh shit, well I've still got all these items.
I've still got 1,000.
Fathead,
point,
I promise
you need to use it.
You will use it. Okay, I just don't see the point in using it on a wall.
It's not just but it's not just the wall. It's a defensive structure that we could
bypass with the big holes above it.
But it would open up the hole in the wall a lot faster than.
I am not disputing the fact it would open up the wall a lot faster. I'm saying while
the
it is
issue
a
that
target, I feel there
Commander,
would be better targets, i.e., things that can shoot us.
Commander, the issue that I have is that this is a time limited resource in terms of if we don't know if our spacecraft must relocate, and then we lose the opportunity of deploying this asset that I worked bloody hard on securing.
And I appreciate you work bloody hard on securing it. I just feel using it on an inanimate wall that we can already walk around is
It's
probably not
just
the
an
best use.
inanimate, simple wall. It is a defensive wall.
Where there's a hole above.
Which
I can remove that entire wall in one turn. Do we want me to?
Yes. We can
Okay.
look. I seriously think we
I'm
can
simply saying that as we progress, we need to be mindful of the fact that this asset might be taken away from us.
that asset
There
will
must
be
be
used
a
in this mission.
relocation.
One way or another, it will be used.
I
So-
would suggest then if we don't use it against the wall, that we get into a position to perhaps use it against the hardened structure, because that's going to be quite a hard nut to crack.
So I can
But an
do.
orbital strike, I
It's
think,
our
would-
backup in case the thermite doesn't work.
that sounds very reasonable, Commander.
If it's not used on the hardened structure, it will be used on either enemy troops or one of the hangar bays to make sure that it is definitely taken out of.
Placate you.
Yeah.
Well, no, we've got fueling lines to go to it as well.
Fathead's getting really antsy on the time limited thing. Technically, you did not time limit it, Roach, but I know what you're like. You haven't used it in how many goddamn missions since I acquired it? I know it's going to come out.
Well,
But you're going to lose this because we've
one
had
mission.
missions.
It is for this.
Yeah.
It is for the one. It's for the one mission, and you're still in the one mission. The operation is the mission. in this.
But I mean, I know what you're like. That
No, that's in the
if we
rules.
still
It's a
keep-
li-
Oh,
yeah,
right, fair enough.
yeah. That's what a reserve is. You lose them at the end of the mission if you don't use them.
Okay.
It's kind of-
So
yeah.
I've just been saying, sweating that you could take it away at any time because we've just failed to use it completely. For how many months?
Halfway through the last mission, and
You know,
it's gone.
It's gone. I've had to relocate the strike cruiser. Blah blah blah. You guys didn't bother using it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, so I can do 40 AP damage to structures in a 16 line.
Oh yeah, from your beam
yeah.
thing, right?
Because it's 10 AP per charge, and if I use my solid core protocol to instantly fire it, it goes to 4 charges. So I will just remove.
That wall.
Yeah.
You are, as they would say, firing
oh.
your laser.
Yeah, I'm a fire in my laser. So the real
With that
question
much
is,
damage. Why don't we just put a hole in the hardened structure?
I could, yeah. So that's what
You
I was
could do
gonna,
both.
I was gonna say if we get, because I think we want to keep some of the wall to give ourselves cover. I'm feeling
So
if
what
we
was,
stick me, if I can get down to, if you guys can cover me down to that corner enough, I can just, you know, dubstep laser my way through in a
If
line.
nothing else, it gives us another opening.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Even if it
Also,
only does
it's
the
a-
wall, it's
15 laser, you said?
16.
line? 16. So yeah, you could sit in that corner and take out the two bits of that wall and then still hit the building. So
Yeah.
Wow.
You aim that properly, you take out the building and 2 of the refueling stations.
Something like that, probably.
That works.
But again, that's gonna make me public enemy number 1, and I've been shot a lot, so do.
You have been shot a lot. Yeah. Once you do that, you're like staying behind that wall and not going.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I'm. That's why I want to keep some of the wall, because I'm a size 1 mech. I can just lay down and be like.
Just hide there. Just chill.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Fair
But
enough.
that's an option, because I haven't
Yes.
used my solid core yet this operation.
I also haven't used my core, which I probably will do once I get set up somewhere.
And my core is what we've already discussed. Roach, are you going to be okay with that plan?
You assume I have not already planned for something to happen during this mission?
Plans within plans.
Am I omnipresent, or am I just thinking of things as we go?
You are.
That's the question.
Okay, so.
So as you've laid it out, nothing I've heard has tripped the alarm bells of, hey, wait a second. So yeah, probably okay.
So, if we want, if we have the potential for Padre to do so much damage to this building on his own, why doesn't Ursa just pass the thermite charge to, say, Demon? Let him take both thermite charges in and do the job himself, and Ursa can stay out in the mech and just keep an eye on Padre.
That works if you're okay with that.
I think it's more of a case of, do we want an extra person inside just in case? Because let's face it, there's probably going to be enemies in the building as well. It's not going to be an undefended location. Like,
Well, if we hit them with the airstrike and then a particle cannon from Padre, I don't know how many people are going to be left in that building. And if they're in that building still, I don't think they're going to be very happy about it.
Particle cannon implies some hard radiation, so that'd be even...
No, so to explain
nuclear cavalier.
So to explain what this weapon
It's the gift
is,
that keeps on giving.
The zone focus solid core is essentially, my mech runs on recyclable like lithium batteries that it keeps in a rack that it feeds in and out. And basically is what it's doing is taking all the ones that are like the batteries that have expanded and you're not allowed to use anymore, and is putting them into a jet engine. That's what that cannon is. It's a modified jet engine.
It sounds like that wouldn't work ever, but it's in the game.
But mechs. Mechs.
Well, Lancer.
Lancer says, it's real. Fuck you.
This is anime logic.
So the EA Sports.
Yeah.
It's a game.
It's a belt-fed rack of batteries that can be used to overcharge a single impulse beam.
I'm sorry, just belt-fed.
Belt-fed battery. Belt-fed. Yeah, it's
just have in my head, it's just a whole bunch of like lithium AA batteries. They're
This
just
makes less sense than
It sounds
that.
a rack of Duracells getting fed in.
yeah.
So the Energizer Bunny just being ground down into like some sort of macerator. Just
Jesus Christ. That was a weird ad campaign during the Second World War. It's John Basilone like next to the Energizer. It's funny.
Oh no. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you for laughing at that, Midge.
Yeah. You made a niche joke about a Medal of Honor winning U.S. Marine who was...
It was gonna be you. Thank you for that.
Who helped unify the carry handle for the Browning. Like, what? Like...
Okay, so
Oh my God.
the plan is we deploy,
Mhm.
we move to the southern end of the wall. Padre fires chest laser, battery cannon, whatever it's called, through the wall, wrecking a piece of it so we can get through, and hitting the hardened structure of the pumping station.
Yes.
Simultaneously, Fathead calls down the airstrike on the hardened structure.
And then we assess if
The
we need to go in
airstrike?
or not.
Orbital strike, whatever it is.
No.
If there is anything left of it, while Fathead protects Padre, not Fathead, sorry, Ursa protects Padre at the breach, the rest of us move forward and you guys cover me while I get out my mech and run inside, popping thermite charges on as many pipes as I can find. Then we all regroup back at the breach and exfil. Hopefully with a fireworks show going on behind us.
Do you want another human out the mech? I am not volunteering Spanner for this because she is going to be the most useless.
Well, who out of Reaper and Fathead has ComCom?
I do.
I think I might do as well.
You guys are breaching. More boots on the ground than one guy is going to be needed.
Did I? Yes, I've got ComCom.
Okay, I'd take Fathead with me. Reaper, you're good at long range more than anything else.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have a weapon that's more than one shot that isn't his pistol.
So, if you can at least hit targets, you can slow them down from range.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone good?
Copy.
Drink?
About
Okay,
going
enough.
to
I've
battle.
got,
No.
I've got a heavy hard suit as well, so actually armored outside of my mech.
Nice.
I've got an assault hard suit.
Got a stealth one. I can go 0 dark 30 quite literally. I can just turn invisible.
Okay, if everyone's good with that,
That's the
check
plan.
your gear.
Okay. You get everything squared away. Get all your gear checked and ready to go. You have a small escort / guide of royalists to kind of take you where you need to go. But it's a bit of a ways. And so, as soon as possible, you set out. And again, you know, you're going cross country in your mechs, everything. Say it probably takes you a day and a half, probably 2 days. Not necessarily going on the roads or anything like that, going, you know, equivalent of a march, hike / cross country. But you soon arrive where you are close enough that you'd say you're like you're in visual range of at least some of the kind of the tallest structures of the base. To be like a couple of control towers that are spaced, 2 of them kind of responsible for like kind of one runway going the other, one going through the other. Those would be the tallest that you can see. But yeah, I'd say you're about maybe, you know, a couple of miles off. So really it's up to you when you want to go, like what time of day, and do you like how
Just
do you want to
before
go
dawn.
about it? Just before dawn?
I'm assuming
Okay.
we get there late in the day.
Let's say probably if you wanted to time it like that, yeah, you could totally do that.
Just before dawn, then.
Okay.
Can I ping my sensors a couple of times and see?
Nope.
Okay.
When you're going on an assault truck, you basically go passive sensors only, so you don't detect let the enemy know where the F you are.
Say during your time waiting, you see maybe 1 or 2 things take off from the runways during the night. But if you're not fairly large things, but other than that, not a lot of other activity going on. The royalists kind of like stay back. They're not a part of the assault or anything. They were just here to get you to where you need to be, and they're going to be there to help you on your way out, because as was established in the original briefing document, which is still all available to you, after this attack, you will be provided with rendezvous coordinates for a dropship that will be exfilling you out, because you will not be able to be heading back on foot to the firebase. You will be taken into orbit afterwards. Just quicker and easier that way. And so the royalists will be kind of helping guide you past that point. You'll give them kind of the coordinates, and they'll know the best way of getting there.
I'm gonna print a bunch more screws overnight. Give them a present.
Probably also need like decent bits as well for certain screw sizes that have totally been like like the tips have snapped and stuff, and they don't have enough. But yeah, so get what rest you can, observing what you see, and then just before dawn, as previously established, the strike is to go in, and you are to deploy. I'm going to get your... gonna get your mech here. Just place you. The blue square is the deployment zone. Okay. Deploy where you want to deploy. I'll also take off any of these status effects that are still on you. Sit where it is and you lose your heat.
I think we're missing a mech.
Yeah, where's mine?
It's at the top there.
Yeah, it's Crusader.
I'm seeing a blank. I mean, I can see it highlighted now that you've.
I
pointed
can't
it out.
see it.
It highlights, but the mech is not visible.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
So I can see the grid now.
Does
It's
anyone
highlighted,
see
but
it
not
other
the
than
I
me?
do.
No, I don't.
Mikey does.
I don't
Maybe
Weird.
try reloading the page. I had to do that earlier because a lot of things weren't loading for me.
Let me do that.
Oh, it just delogged me.
That's what happened with me. So please, no technical difficulties. Please. Not again.
Please no.
Okay, I have him now.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I
just a
can't.
reload.
Yeah.
Did you reload the
reloading.
web?
I'm trying now.
Yeah.
Yeah, reload fixed it. Oh no, I'm overlapping. Playing the world's worst game of Jenga. Trying to fucking fit everyone in. We're all going to the same bloody place.
That'd be Tetris, not Jenga.
Oh,
Jenga,
Tetris,
you're trying to
that's
take things out.
World's worst game of Tetris.
There you go.
Is that a legal placement? Would you consider that a legal placement?
Yeah, I guess so, because I'm allowing Ursa to be where they're at. And that's kind of the same, it's just opposite side of the deployment zone, but that
If
works.
this is not legal, then the only legal placement we have is like here and here. Because that's the only place we can actually fit inside this area because we're so big.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why that's what I meant. I'm allowing it.
Bigger boy.
Let me know whenever you're finished placing.
I'm having.
Okay.
I am ready.
All right. Hold on 1 minute. Just gonna. Make sure everybody's in the combat screen. And then enemies. Okay, and that's all the enemies are there now. At least they should be. Please tell me you can see those.
Yes, there's a bunch of them here. There's a couple over there. There's a tank there. I don't see. Oh, there's one down here as well.
Oh. A hummingbird.
Oh, hey, Alan's
Okay.
back. He didn't stay dead.
It's a different Alan. It's a different reference.
Karen Baker. I don't know this one. Other Mike. Oh no. Mike and other Mike are dead, and now other Mike is here to take his revenge for the killing of his brothers.
It's fucking brothers in arms. Fucking brothers in arms, isn't it?
God damn it! Son of a bitch. I knew Leggett being there was too much.
It was like it gave it away.
Yeah, it was too much. PFC Leggett. God damn it. I'll find one to stump you, Midge.
Go more modern, and that's where I'll fall.
Originally, they were going to be from Arma.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That was
then
going to be Arma, but the only people who would know that would be me. Because who else has played Arma 3's single player? No one. Anyone who says otherwise, they're lying to you.
Arma has a single player.
Exactly.
Red, technical question. Are you allowed to boost? What happens if you boost me to move?
What, as in I jump on your back?
No. You have that thing where you can force me to move. What damage do I take?
Yeah.
If it's heat, do it, because I'm a slow boy and I need to be down there fast, I think.
It will be heat, so do you want me to yeet you along?
I think you can give me a good old shove along, because I think my max movement is only 3 or 4, so
Yeah, okay.
it'll take me a while to get down there, otherwise.
Friendly tech attacks don't deal heat.
Either way, though, it still gets him down there quicker because it's going to be his full movement.
Yeah, I have speed 3, so...
Yes. I'm saying less useful for Padre, far more useful for anyone else you may want to move who doesn't want to be taking lots of heat.
I don't want to be hot!
I just want to be over there! I think I've pushed Ursa along. I've pushed someone.
Yeah, someone got pushed. And we thought and we did it when we thought we take heat.
Okay, so start of this mission. Unfortunately, it looks like when I was eliminating a whole bunch of these modules to tear my hair out and find out what was wrong with this game, one of the modules that I took out was the clock system, which really sucks because there was a mechanic in this that had a clock for it. So I don't have that visual metaphor anymore.
That's when we're going to get rid of the orbital strike. That's when it was going to end.
No, I had something else to do, so I guess now I'm just going to have to figure out another way of representing something.
Quick question, Midge, Roach, are we doing a round before break and then having break?
We could do. It's going to be a long fight, so maybe take a break now and then do the first round.
Okay, then we'll take our 10-minute break here. Join us in 10 minutes in time, where we will be back with the combat. Hey, come here a minute. Do you need royalty-free music for your TTRPG content, whether that be a YouTube video, stream, TikTok, Instagram post? Don't worry, we've got you covered. My name's Alex, I've been a content creator for almost a decade now, and I've teamed up with my good friend Harry to produce 10 royalty-free songs for you to use in your content completely for free. We've tried to make a whole range of motifs with this album, covering happy music to sad music, to mystery music to combat music. And if this takes off, You know what? We might even make some more. So give the Elendor Chronicles soundtrack Volume 1 a shot. It's free to stream everywhere. And if you want the high quality downloads, you can come over to our Patreon and download them, or you can contact me directly at tabletop@themidgemansworld.co.uk as a creator, and I'll just give it to you for free. That's it, there's no catch. And just to prove it, we've also given you guys a user license agreement to prove that you have the complete perpetual rights to use this content. So enjoy, and good luck on your next adventure. Oh, good day. I'm Martin Sanderson, and I'm the CEO of Avari Military Solutions. We here at Avari know that it doesn't take much to cause problems out on the frontier, whether that be from local pirate raids, neighboring interstellar powers, or even just an unhappy populace with unreasonable demands. Just what is a small to mid-sized regional power to do when faced with these problems? You look to Avari for your solutions. With open-ended contracts, well-trained personnel, state-of-the-art aerospace forces, and competitive rates, we stand ready to help find the right solution to your problem. So if you have a problem, why not call Avari for your solution? Our operators are waiting to take your call, and consultations are free of charge.
Avari Military Solutions, a solution for your problem.
Avari Military Solutions is not licensed to operate within the Kark and Grey Baronies, the Andes Corps, or any Class A combat zones. AMS is a subsidiary of Omni Radiance Holdings, a family company.
When is a story more than a story? When a tale is more than words on paper? When is an ad more than the script it's written on? In the darkest and deepest annals of our own history, worlds of wonder and splendor burst through like a blister made of hope from the brain that's rattled and riddled with madness. A radiant pustule. Writing, art, that's storytelling. That is the true lust of life. You too can dutifully indulge in art. Like fans of the greats. Shakespeare, King, Tolkien, Seuss, Mercer. You too can indulge through Twitch Prime. Get an extended access to a wealth of knowledge with a simple click, an emotion so small that it could endlessly amount to possibilities. Embrace those feelings. Support art. Support the component cast. hey, come here a minute.
Okay. Well, it's the start of the first round. Oh, I'm going to say this mission is a 10-round mission. Just a nice round, 10 rounds. Right?
What happens after 10 rounds? What happens after 10 rounds?
Well, then the rest of the base
You get a game over
defenses.
screen.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, that's
the base with us there.
Big letters appear before our eyes saying mission failed, and we hear the dun 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 dun
We'll get
dun
him
dun
next
dun.
And someone going, snake, snake, snake!
Or it's just mission fail. Get him next time. Oh no, that would have been
God,
the last
everyone-
mission, wouldn't it?
That would have been the last mission, yeah. I would have been here. Oh God, what is Brothers? What's the Road to Hill 30 end screen? I don't think they have a special one or anything.
I think it's typewriter sounds, isn't it? Mission failed.
Yeah,
The
or something like
typewriter
that. Yeah. something like- I can go check my old Let's Play if I really wanted to know, but I don't think I ever lost a mission in that. So okay. No, I think you just get reverted back to your last save point. I remember that. It was because the autosaves. Yeah, that's what it did. Yeah.
So we get to restart the mission if we fail.
No. It's an ARMA. It's an ARMA system, so that means you go right back to the beginning.
No, they get to restart the mission if we win.
They're the players. Oh wow. Yeah, Baker dies. Time paradox happens, and you get reverted back to the previous turn. Wow, that's a fucked idea. I'm totally gonna figure out how to implement that one of these
It's
days.
only a time paradox if this is a prequel.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, nice 10 rounds. If it comes up, I do have the health and hardness stats of the building itself if you're wanting to destroy the building, but the other plan doesn't require that information, so I'm not gonna share it just yet.
Keep it
but
ready.
if you want, yeah, if it's necessary, I have it. So yeah, well, players go first, as is the case all the time. So combat has begun. Let's assume that strike came in as you were coming up to the base, and that was your cover, which is why the wall is still there, broken and everything like that. Not just because it's a pain to get these maps built and then exported in a separate program, imported in here, and then have the hexes match up, because the hexes are baked into the map, and I have to match them with this hex system in game, which guess what? They don't fucking match. So this map is warped to shit to make those hexes match.
Story of my life.
Fucking love it.
Hexes are the worst. They're the worst. You can have one pixel off and it ruins everything.
Yeah.
Like, squares are a lot easier, but hexes are. Woof. So yeah.
Who's going first?
Who wants to go?
I'd say Brent, Spanner and Padre.
Only one can go.
Do you want me to push you along first? Or do you want to get your turn out the way? Or do you... Actually, no. I'll go first. And then hope if you move and then boost, you might be close to what you need to be.
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to stay exactly where I am because I am currently covered by my big pal. But
Plural.
big pals and a wall, and I'm a teeny tiny little goblin. But I am going to be pushing Padre, his full movement using puppet system.
Okay. Can you drop the puppet system into the chat just so I can read it
I can try.
directly? God, I just opened up your mech screen and everything. I just forgot how like cursed all the labels and stuff is for a horse.
Oh. Who did that?
That was Spanner, and that totally worked.
So no, it's just one of those things of the camera that
Yeah, that happened to me too. We
we all
in.
got pulled. How did you do that?
Still totally worked.
I don't know.
Oh,
Teach me your secrets, wizard.
if anyone finds out how to do that, it's useful. Let's keep doing that because it's useful for
When someone
pulling
talks as their character, I think it focuses on who was talking.
Oh,
Because it sent that as a line that Spanner said in chat.
because it moved the camera for the what everyone's seeing. Also, this is not combat efficient music right now.
Okay. Totally works.
You have moved me.
Okay. Awesome. Is there any indication, like, are there alarms going off or anything like that, that they know we are here?
Oh, a fuckload of alarms. They just got hit by an orbital strike. Yeah. This is
But
not.
do
This
they know
is.
Does it seem like they know there's mechs outside of this wall?
People are running around screaming. ARAM's going off. There's a guy screaming, "Get me some HE."
I mean, you could go ask. Current indications are something's fucked. That they just yeah. There's a squad of mechs inside there that are running in a direction. They look like they're trying to find a hill. That's the plot of Hill 30, right? It's been a fucking long time since I played Brothers in Arms.
Because the thing is, I can try and jam Private Leggett.
Of course, it's gonna be like it. Yep.
But I don't kind of want to give away position if I don't need to.
The question. Okay, so I'll just say this, just because. So. While they may not be looking at you directly, like with most other science fiction mech properties right now, your mechs have passive systems, including seismic and passive radar and thermal systems. So you're probably sparking on somebody's screen right now.
Wonderful,
Especially with the fact that Padre just like barreled full speed in a mech. That's definitely going to register on some seismic sensors somewhere.
Lovely job. I'm gonna eject the power marmalade Private Leggett then.
You're going to eject.
Well, the technical term is eject power cores, which means that they become jammed. However, obviously, I prefer marmalade or apricot jam or raspberry jam because it's just high.
Right, moving on.
Roll your invade.
They are jammed.
Okay, and Heartsock takes 2 HP of damage.
Heartsock takes 2 energy.
Yeah, but it's still 2 damage. Leggett is jammed, which is super befitting for Leggett. If you know anything about Hill 30. He was transmitting, sir, but he couldn't receive.
And that is my turn because I'm not going to move.
I'm gonna figure out which symbol is the jammed symbol.
There definitely was one.
I know there is. It's just some of them don't match. Like iconography in my brain. Okay, there it is. That doesn't read as jammed to me. It's for some reason like I don't know. It reads as like energy damage or something. Okay.
And they are jammed until the end of their next turn, which isn't going to be technically long because it's the top of the turn.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Spanner. Okay. Need to take a measure. Not that. All right. Tanya Light Tank 1 is going to go. First things first, they're going to use a full action, and they're going to place a sniper's mark onto Ursa. Which, to symbolize that, going to put... I'm gonna put a tier 1 symbol on you for no other reason than just that way I know what it is. And what that means is that you know you have a sniper's mark on you. It will do a different kind of damage to you if it hits you with its rifle. Specifically, it'll do structure damage instead of regular HP damage.
Okay.
And on your turn, you can drop prone as a free action. Let's see here. I'll just put it in the chat so that you know what it is. You can read that. Somebody just knocked on a door downstairs, but not our front door, and the dog's barking, so I need to go check that. Just speed 4, and then the tank goes there. Do your next turn. I'll be right back.
Want me to go now? Okay, so I'm gonna move 3. 1, 2, 3. A boost is a quick action as well, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to need another turn before I'm... I'm going to need another turn before I'm in range to... Well, I'm in range, but if we want me to be able to hit the... Oh, I mean, actually... To be fair, I don't think
you want to do it, though, without any backup around you.
Yeah, no, I don't. Plus, I don't think it's a quick action to use it. I think it would be...
It's probably a full action thing.
It's probably...
Yeah, we could do a move and then fire it off next time.
Yeah. Exactly. I do, however... I do have the ability to do... I've still got some turret drone usage. So...
Yeah, we gave you some back.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of throwing one up on the wall here. which is probably what I'll do, and I'll wait for Roach. I'll mark a use.
So first round, we're getting into position.
Yeah.
Boom starts happening round 2.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. Roach, I'm going to be putting, as I've done a quick action and movement and a quick action boost, I'm going to use my final quick action to put a turret on the wall directly to my left. So on top of their wall.
Okay. Need me to put that down for you?
Yes, I don't have the token for it, I don't think. There it is.
Tiny little thing.
And that's my turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. Other mic's gonna go.
That's a flamethrower, isn't it?
Okay, and that's the end of their turn. They're very slow. Who wants to go on your side?
I kind of want to get in cover just to avoid any shenanigans with this sniper's mark.
Yeah, good idea. Great line of sight.
Yeah, Ursa's gonna move 3 to here. He'll boost. Yeah, I guess we'll go 3 to here. Stay behind this 2 cover wall. He's gonna use the second quick action. He's gonna scan the building that we're supposed to be blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, GM, I would love for you to tell me a hidden piece of information about it.
About the building?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a specific guideline for what I need to tell you?
So it says, this is a simple scan. 1 piece of hidden information about the target, such as confidential cargo or data, current mission, the identity of the pilot, which doesn't apply to the building, and so on and so forth.
It has an armor level of 2.
Well, I would have gotten that just for asking about its weapon systems and full statistics, but...
It does. It's a building.
So you're telling me there is no hidden information about the building? There's no hidden, like, weapon stockpile? There's nothing useful for us to look around? It's just... It's a building, blow it up.
It's a... Yeah, it's a...
I mean, I'll take that information. That's fine.
Yeah, it's I was gonna give you something because you needed to give you something.
Then it's like since there is no hidden information, can we get its HP, speed, evasion, armor, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, hold on.
You had that information. You may as well go ahead and give it to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in. Putting the chat box down, or a text box down, so that it's a bit easier for you to get. Damn it.
Yeah, and that'll be the end of Ursa's turn.
Yeah, you want to do something great? Copy and paste doesn't work on a text box.
What if you try Control V?
Tried it.
Weird, because Control V worked for me.
Did not for me.
You want to just copy it into the Tuesday crew?
But I'm putting it on the map in case, like, that way, like, next week, if the combat's still going, we don't forget or anything. It's here on the map. I want to start doing that, especially for the target buildings and everything, because I keep track of the HP, because technically you don't need to have that hidden, you know, from you, so it's easier that way.
Remember, like 5 minutes ago, when Roach was like, "You guys aren't going to need this information. You guys have no reason for that information."
Yeah, fuck me, right?
I did say specifically, no, you should probably have that ready.
It's handy to have.
Yes.
In other news,
I just wanted to know if there was like somebody hiding in that building. Like, are we gonna breach in there and find they've got 3 elite squads to defend it?
There you go. It's down at the bottom of the map.
All right, cool. That's Ursa's turn.
That's the building stats. HP 75, evasion 8, armor 2, E defense 10, speed quadruple 0.
Shocker.
I will say, funny enough, it is slower than Ursa, which is an accomplishment. Harder to hit than Ursa is. Has a higher evasion than a bigger brother does.
The evasion is kind of
some kind of like a EM.
It's because it's
field
armored,
around it.
yes.
yeah, it's that way so that it's just balancing off the fact so it doesn't feel totally useless to shoot at with like most weapons. So it's just because I hate the armor value of things, because there's a lot of weapons here where there's a lot of weapons in the game that can't hurt it. It's like high armor value things. I think that makes it feel really unsatisfying. Just the one problem I have with this game system is there's a lot of guns that just have a set damage value. Cool. All right, it's the end of Ursa's turn. So okay, it's the end of Hummingbird HPA's turn. Demon Reaper Fathead.
Fathead, do you want to move and call it in?
Well, just move straight in, get line of sight, and call it in, yeah.
If you want to. I'm leaving it up to you.
Do you want to use it now?
You know, before Roach says, and the ship moves out of range.
I can't do that. It is your reserve. This is a thing you have, okay? You have it until the end of this mission, which is either this or I can tell you there's or potentially a combat after this for your evac. Like, that's it.
I didn't mean that. Can you delete that circle? I didn't mean that. I was trying to use the ruler function, measurements and that. That's
Right.
There was a plan A for this, but just to throw it out there, that is a really juicy area of targets right there.
See, that's what I was originally thinking in the first place, but...
I mean, we've got the thing that can do the thing.
Do the thing. If you want to do the thing, do the thing. There's a nice big fat target of units there.
Utari, this
People
is the
who weren't
Angel
here
Devil on
4
your
weeks
shoulder.
ago.
Both of them are saying, do it. We are unanimously agreeing you should absolutely send them all to hell. Do it now.
What, the people or the building?
The people,
people.
yes. Yes, do
You
it.
want the people dead.
You will have
Yes,
line
the
of
angels
sight
and
on
the
those.
devils on your shoulders are saying, do it.
Okay.
It's unanimous.
Remember the argument I was making before about nuking the targets, and you were like, "No, we can use it on the thing before or the wall." I was like, "Yeah, but the people."
But you see,
Fiery hellfire.
target-rich environment, Utari.
Let me look up what.
Think of all the notches.
Yeah, sure. Think of all the notches. You
So
can
just to reiterate what this is, you have the ability to call in an orbital bombardment once during mech combat. It is a full action, range 30 within line of sight, blast 2, 3d6 explosive damage. Do you want to know what a blast 2 looks like so that you can effectively make a decision on this?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Okay.
It's
I think the most you can get in is 5.
This is a
Yeah.
blast 2. Because there's a difference between blast and burst. Those are two separate
I
things.
think most you can get is if you move Roach's
Hit them.
circle to the right, you could hit those 5 that are closest to you.
you would not get all 5. You would get 4 of
No.
them.
Yeah, they're
4.
spread out a bit too well to get all 5 of them.
So you could hit these 4. That would be a core hit. That would be clean, but that's probably the best you're going to get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get 4 here as well.
Because
Yes.
remember, we're using hexes. We're not like that hex doesn't count in the effect. It's this shape.
That's why I'm using this one, because this one is actually part of the module, so it actually highlights the areas where it is. It counts as a hit.
Yeah.
So you
I
would hit
can't, I
all
can't
the-
make those. Sorry, this was mine. I'm the one that made that one.
Yeah. So you would hit everything but but Private Allen. If you targeted right that area, so you'd hit Leggett, Ursa, Baker, and whoever the other one is, I forget.
Harry.
Yeah.
Are we just
That
gonna
would
do
be-
that then?
If you wanted to do that, you could also wait, because if you wanted to use it on the building, that's the building. It is 3d6, so at minimum you will do 1 damage.
Which would suck.
That would be the worst, but that is the minimum.
Yeah.
That would, but this also is before any of them can go, so this would be like a good
Can
one
I
if you want
ask
that.
the world's dumbest question? Is orbital bombardment AP?
What I read out to you is the exact thing that it is. So it is
First to 3d6 explosive, range 30.
range
up to
30.
Visual range.
Yeah, within line of sight, range 30, blast 2, 3d6, full action to cast or to call in.
So that's non-AP.
Use-
That's
it's
not
Non-AP.
That's HE quick.
You've got a better chance of the people.
That's why I
Oh.
said you have a minimum of 1 damage you can do on the building, because if you roll 3 ones on the 3d6, you will still do 1 damage.
All right,
So that-
do it. Hit the targets you want to hit.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably the best we're gonna get is as is.
Okay, let me go ahead and actually put this down correctly. So
My suggestion was for the hummingbird because we've already got Leggett jammed. So throwing extra damage on him is just putting a hat on a hat. Because he's out for the next round anyways.
but it also means you can't move, which is you have the perfect shot. And remember, all of those guys, they work as a unit because the commander can order them around, and also they go 2 at a time.
I mean, that's assuming the commander survives.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. But you also, if you knock out let's say you knock out what's his name? Let's say you knock out Karen. You knock him out, then it's only Alan's going to be going instead of him
Every
and
commander.
yeah. So
Okay.
knocking one of them out negates one of their activation, because remember they activate 2 at a time. Those guys specifically. So it does make more sense to hit as many of those as possible, because if you kill one, then you knock at least half of them out. And they can't coordinate. But it is up to Utari. He is the final say in this.
Yeah, we'll keep it the way I had it.
So with the so you're hitting the squad and not part of the squad in the hummingbird. So okay, then all right, got it. Last two.
Yeah.
Okay, so target.
Wait. Juliet, this is Fathead. Fire mission over.
Go ahead, Fathead.
Fire mission grid. Whatever the fucking grid is. Orbital strike, single shot.
I don't have my call card, so I don't have I don't have the top of my head.
Basically, all you're doing is repeating one. I have to identify myself. I have to give you what it is that I want. I have to add on if I want to adjust fire, if it's a fire support mission using artillery. I have not because it's a single shot. I'm simply giving you the grid coordinates. And all you do is just, if I've authenticated the grid correctly, you repeat back to me. If I have not, you tell me that is an invalid fire support request. That's it. There's nothing special on your end. You're just basically copying what I'm saying to affirm that you have heard what I've said. It's all on me.
Okay.
The only thing you'd be like the shot's out, and then you would warn in 5 seconds before the estimated impact that splash.
Yeah. With this kind of shot, though, that'd be practically instantaneous.
Yeah, so you just be like, shots out in X seconds.
Yeah, one in the chamber going out. Which is my favorite line from a Halo extended lore as well. It's a thing they call out for a max strike on like planet target. Is they call out one in the chamber.
I'm sorry, I had to do it properly.
I get you. You just threw me off there. I have cards for this from my Arma days, but I don't remember where they're at on this computer. So you call that in. She replies properly. She didn't get knocked out of it like I did, because she's a professional. I'm not. That's you'd used a full action to call that in, and do you want to roll this?
Well, it'd just be rolling dice, isn't it? Because I don't have a button to push.
Yeah. So there is a dice roller at the bottom. So you just put 3 into that bottom thing, and you're rolling 3d6. I'm playing a different Lancer game right now, and they don't have this module for this dice thing, and they have to you have to type it in manually, and it's completely opposite than the other VTTs I use, where it's like R/. It's never the one I think it is, R//R for the roll.
Oh yeah.
10. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. You still rolled a 1, and there's a 1 in there, but that was a 5, 4, and a 1, which, hey, still pretty good. And that goes to everybody.
Slightly above average.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, because it's 3.5 is the average on a d6. So okay, let me work this out here. So that's 10 damage. That goes to everybody.
We're just gonna see this almighty boom.
I'm not. I can't see shit over the wall.
Okay, let me just check this. Cool.
You'll hear it. Well, you might see it coming down from the stratosphere.
And then there'll be the shockwave and dust cloud going over the top of you.
Mm-hmm.
Just a rod from God comes straight down into the middle of this formation.
You're dropping a tungsten rod? I doubt it. We wouldn't even be standing after it.
I mean, it's a Corvette, so it's gonna be like a small one. This thing's the size of like a fence post.
With the acceleration from I'm not starting.
Hey, it's not a phone. It's not a telephone pole, which would be an atomic equivalent. So that'd be Leggett, Hartsock, and Karen.
This is more naval gun fire support.
It's a Mac round.
Explosion side. It's like the Iowa supporting with naval gunfire in the Gulf War.
It's a 380. That's what this is. It's a 380 AG from Helldivers. A singular one.
But actually hits its target.
I want a car park.
It's a Halo Mac round.
No, Halo Mac. Oh god, like, could you think of a Halo macro actually hitting a fucking like a target on the ground? Like the thing would be like Halo Reach does not properly illustrate what that would be like in that one scene. Like,
Halo Wars did all right though.
oh, they did. Yeah, they did. They actually did. Okay, so you killed all but the actual commander of the unit,
Fire, good fire for effect.
So
and
if
he
you wanna
doesn't look.
actually
He doesn't
announce
look
that,
great
if you
either.
Great
If you
effect
want
on
to
target.
properly announce that, it's simply a case of Fathead to Juliet, good effect on target.
Yeah.
That's how you announce that it was a good job.
Fathead, what's the commander look like?
Thank you. He messed up.
Reaper, take him out.
Copy that.
Hot Baker, he just lost Lega. It's his scene. This is where he.
Don't kill Rival! You killed him!
He was also in the middle of taking a wee ship there, and
See, I didn't think he was gonna get you, Rival. I was trying to get Midge because Midge is the only other person who is
It also
seemingly
got Midge, though. It did get Midge too.
No, it got me with shame.
I mean, listen, it counts, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
We take those.
Yeah,
we take
I
those.
suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
We take the ones that get you with shame on the component guys because we had equal
A
opportunity.
mouthful of tea.
That's why I finished mine. Okay, so yeah, it's Fathead's turn. Cool.
Yeah, that's me done.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I need to put something down. Shit, this is where the clock came in. I don't have it represented here. Pen and paper. Pen and paper. Shit.
Google
There
Doc.
it is. Now I found it. I was doing arts and crafts at my desk, so I moved a lot of shit around, and that was including my notebook. So, so you did, that was a 10 damage total, so it's 10 on Baker. And then 8 on Leggett. Okay. 8, 6, 4. Artsock. Those are the only ones you've damaged on the map so far, right? You haven't shot anything else. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, cool. I just need to keep a running tally of this because once you get to a certain point, things happen. So you've done... So you've done 34 HP of damage in this combat so far. You've almost reached the first threshold. Cool. All right. So now it is the enemy turn. Well, shit. I guess Baker's gonna go. Shit. And do a quick action to target Fathead. And fire. Cool. 4 damage to you, Fathead. And that's the end of Baker's turn. So, Reaper or Demon?
Do you want to go, Reaper?
You want me to handle Baker now, or do you want to wait until after you go?
Well, the only thing I'm doing is double moving because I've got to get down to the bottom.
Right, I'll deal with Baker then. I'll go then. Yeah. So I'm going to move to there first. I'm then going to shoot at Baker with my vulture. No cover, it's naturally accurate. So I think we're good. Pew. 7 damage.
Alright, well. Need to actually find Baker on this. Oh, there he is.
Hooray!
He wasn't doing so hot.
Yeah. Good job. And now I will finish my movement because I still have some movement left. I will drop back behind the wall. And that's my turn.
Cool. All right. Hummingbird 2 is gonna go. 1, 2. Hummingbird's going to target Fathead, because again, you're the only one on this side of the wall.
Reaction.
Okay, what's your reaction?
Hold on. Come on. Oh yeah.
Okay. You did take that damage from the last time, didn't you, right? Okay. Just make sure. Okay. So just 1 difficulty to this. Okay. Applied.
Ow.
Still got through. 5 damage, and I need you to make an engineering save.
Any difficulty?
Nope, just an engineering save.
Oh, that was a check, sorry.
Need to get above an 11.
Uh-oh.
Well, I think it is just an engineering check. Or yeah.
Yeah, there's no...
Yeah, there's no difference there. So yeah, blinding shells. Your line of sight is limited to adjacent spaces until the end of your next turn.
Oh god.
I just need to see about, is there a blinded? Not seeing it. No, just remember, line of sight's limited for till the end of till their next turn ends. So essentially, next time you go, at the end of that, then you can see it again. But next time you do anything, you're limited to adjacent squares only, spaces only. Okay, that's the hummingbird done. Demon, it is your turn.
Okay. Seems to be trying to target myself a lot. No, it won't let me move.
Yeah, you selected the correct thing. Looks like you just tried putting down a
Yeah, it won't let me move. Try again. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to boost.
Okay.
And catch it with Padre.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your
Let me have a think.
And lock on.
I will lock on my sensors.
Okay. What are you locking on?
to Private Allen.
Oh, the one the living survivor. Okay. So you put a lock on down.
Don't remember how to. 1 second.
I think I have to apply it.
Yay!
Lock on has been applied. I think that's the end of your turn.
It is.
Cool. Well, hey, it is Alan's turn. Alan is going to target Fathead.
Pain.
Okay. He fires the Panzerfaust at you. You're within the radius of the targeted hex, so you must make a hull check. Pass a 8. Hey, you did it.
Just.
Meets it.
Just.
Beats it.
Meets it or beats it. Which means nothing happens. And once again, the Panzerfausts have done nothing this entire campaign. And that's it for Private Allen's turn. Which, because of all of the death that you've inflicted, that's the end of the round because there's nothing else to go.
Success.
You wiped out 4 enemies, so their numerical superiority has been negated to a pretty hefty extent.
Wow.
Hard to argue, yeah, fair.
I think that tank needs to go quite quickly. If it's taken out structure.
There's the potential if it hits somebody that has a sniper's mark on it.
The moment
That it
the only
applied.
Sniper's mark is Ursa, and he's behind a wall.
Yeah. And sniper's mark can only be applied to one character at a time. Yeah, so as it was stated in there, they ignore the effects of the sniper's mark if they're hit and take damage normally if they're in cover or prone. And they have the ability of taking a free action to drop prone if they want to. So it's kind of like it's a thing to try and mitigate your freedom of movement kind of thing. And if you ignore it,
Don't
then
be exposed in the open.
yeah. And if you ignore it, then it has a chance of like really fucking you up with the structure damage like immediately. If it hits you, but it is a sniper rifle, which
Spanner, I need you to move me if we're doing this, because the big cannon's ordnance.
Right, you can't move, so
Correct.
you want me to go top of the next round?
Yeah, when it comes to it.
Okay. I'm just waiting to see if Roach brings in any reinforcements, and then
Sure.
this does not have a round-by-round reinforcement ticker as my previous missions had. This was an idea I got from a different game I was watching.
It's based on how much damage we do.
There's a threshold that you are close to.
Looks at damage dealt.
And then the reinforcements come in once you hit that threshold, potentially. There's a roll. And then there is, like, once you hit a certain amount of rounds into the game, into the session, or to the mission combat, it just auto bring in. But so it's kind of a potential.
Okay. Right, so Spanner's going to go first and move Padre 3 spots in whatever direction he wishes.
Actually, no, I need to be.
Doesn't that move you away from it?
Yeah, you want to go straight, basically.
I can't.
You can go through your own character.
Yeah, I know,
allied character.
but that's still the same. I only have 3 movements, so it would have been there or there. Because
It's true.
there isn't a straight line of the hexes. They're side by sides.
Yeah.
I'm zigzagging. We have to zigzag. We are by the plane of existence we're in. We would never get.
Well, you could have gotten one over to the left.
I don't know if I want to be next to the wall I'm melting.
Cool.
Ursa, not Ursa. Crusader, do you want pulling back?
Whose call sign's Crusader?
I was about to
Oh,
say.
that's fine. Yes,
Fathead.
yeah. Please, I'm taking fire, and I do not know where from.
Okay,
I cannot see.
move yourself back your movement.
Oh, right, he is blind. I forgot.
He cannot see shit, but in German.
Scheiße.
Nicer. And then, because my buddy Fathead has moved back, thanks.
Oh, cover.
I mean, I'm technically in hard cover now as well, which is very nice.
And that is my turn. That was a cleric turn. That wasn't a wizard turn. That was a cleric turn. That was all buffs.
Little pats on the head, just like you're doing a good job, love.
Just Metallica starts blaring out because Master of Puppets plays.
Master.
If you want that, I can do it.
Not on
DCMA.
Twitch, sadly.
I could already hear the lack of ad revenue.
So I'm just preparing the hex fill for the wall being destroyed off to the side there. Okay. So with Spanner's turn done. Hummingbird's gonna go. We established need line of sight for tech
Target
attacks.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, thought so. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Being behind that wall is saving your ass.
It works both ways.
Now I have
Okay,
a lot of things to
next
mitigate
battle.
your movement, so this is actually hurting me much more.
Okay, I think it is time for me to power on up. So
Hello, Stenya. It's been a while.
yeah,
Stainia, for some reason, the
Yes.
Northern Irishman is channeling his inner Mongolian.
it's what happens when Irishmen go Super Saiyan, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna activate my Zone Focus Mark IV Solid Core, which is my Core
Cool.
Burn protocol. That instantly powers up my Solid Core main cannon to 4 charges, making it a line 16 4d6 damage weapon. But the damage for that is automatically 10 AP per charge to all-terrain objects deployables. So
Fuck yes.
in a straight line of 16. Now, as a triple check, I don't think I'm in heat right now, so I don't think that matters.
Give me your rough straight line of where you're targeting it, just so I can put it down.
Oh, yeah. So 16 straight there. That's the way I'm going to go.
Yay.
Won't be exactly because just the way the hex thing actually works, but I'll get it as close as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I
it's a
did
one
something.
passed, but
Sorry.
Yeah.
I turned away and I jogged my mic. So yeah. Oh yeah. It's that. That looks good.
it's close enough. It's because there is no actual line 16 template that's in the module that I can find, so
Yeah.
that's as close as I can get.
The best thing is for the rest of the scene. This
get a
will
line
keep
20.
recharging.
So you're gonna need to tell. Okay, so I just need to go over this damage again, just so I know what the fuck's going on. So
Yes. So
all
I've-
terrain objects and deployables take AP 10 energy damage per charge on hit.
and I've used 4 charges.
4 charges.
So
Okay.
40 AP.
40 AP damage. It's not 40 AP. So it doesn't matter because the AP is only but still, yeah.
40 armor piercing damage to all structures in that line.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Just gonna put this down.
If I
What's that
stabilize,
build?
if I stabilize, I get 2 of those charges back as well.
What's that build in XCOM 2 where like your character is just like, I'm just gonna toss 75 grenades.
Grenadier.
Yeah, you're just tossing grenades everywhere. Yep. You turn a map from like this built-up city urban thing to just rubble.
So okay, so 40. So that's 35 HP left on the building.
Mhm.
There's no. The thing is, you didn't roll the hit still. I'll allow the.
It's a line, so
Yeah, it is on lines, and that's just it's just gonna hit. It's gonna go.
And the
Yeah.
building can't exactly dodge.
Well, it does have an evasion
Make the
score,
thing-
but
Move to the side. Move down. Oh, it's a building.
Just pick up the whole thing.
you hear the stone grinding MP4 just goes just going to the side. All right, so yeah, you knocked out 40 damage, so that is now 35 HP left on this this fucker. And said wall sections are now gone.
So, using that's obviously that's a cannon mount. How many actions does that utilize?
As a full action, you just used. I am assuming as a protocol, so it would say.
Yeah. Also, just as I need to triple check. Is there any adjacent characters or anything in that line that I don't know about or couldn't see? Because if so, they are need to make a whole save or be knocked prone because of impact from Seed Specialist, and the other things don't matter because I'm not in danger zone yet.
Okay, so what you just did,
Yeah.
technically, I think using a protocol like your core power is still like
Free action at the start of your turn.
it's free action at the start of your turn, which then give you the charges, and then you use your ordnance, which means you did that. So you did just
First
a regular shot. So you
It-
still
I'll say-
have.
It is a main weapon, so it is fired either as a skirmish or you can fire it as one of 2 weapons as a full barrage.
Yeah, so
Oh,
technically you could
I can still fire at people. Good.
you can fire one other thing on another mount, or you could move.
I need to check something.
Well, no, you can move and then do, or you could move and boost and everything like that. But say you have another quick action and a movement.
I have a quick action. and a
Doesn't-
movement. Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
that's what you have. Seems overpowered, but it is your core power, which is kind of the point.
It does seem to be the whole point. This thing deletes buildings. Is kind of its.
That's what I've been building to be. I am.
Firing the laser.
There was enemy terrain there. There
You
no
were just the
longer
walking
is.
laser from the second sequel Star Wars movie, the miniaturized Death Star laser.
Yep. You're
Oh,
the,
right. Jesus.
You're the.
Yeah,
mech
that was the thing
from-
that exists. You're welcome.
You're the mech from Titanfall 2, the one that has like the beam laser chest.
Yeah.
That's what I've been thinking of this whole time, and I couldn't remember where it was from.
Ion, I think they're called.
I'm just going to calculate that. So that was 40 damage onto the 39 you already did. The threshold was 40, and then another roll check every 10 past that. So
This is gonna get hectic fast.
It's going to get
Like
hot
there
real
were
fast.
some guys just sort of smoke break and they saw that like, oh shit.
And that's the thing of
Yeah, it's
everyone
like
like,
just
the
standing
others. Just everyone
Thing
heard.
goes past.
Everyone just heard. It's like one of those things of they saw the light and then heard the sound and then the explosion.
Like, oh,
It's-
that's a little bright. Oh, fuck.
It's-
Weird. I thought the
Technically-
sun already rose today.
What was the blast radius
this
on
is-
that? Yes.
Yes.
So this
Okay,
is
you
4
guys really need to go
checks
back and watch my
for you.
MechWarrior 5 video and see my laser disco ball of
So
a blood
I'm
asp.
I'm gonna
This is 4
gonna
check.
move again. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna move.
do that, and then I'll do this at the end of your turn.
So I'm gonna move to here, and then
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna arc a mortar towards the tank.
And that's not an ordnance weapon.
No, that would be the howitzer. My mortar
Right.
is not.
Okay. Yeah. I got those mixed up.
That's just arcing inaccurate. It's inaccurate though. So
Yeah.
You get a nice -1 to hit. -1 accuracy to hit.
Remember to target.
yeah, I'm just hitting the wrong button. I could have been really mean and
Set there and Haywood.
no, I could have overheated, but I'm at the point where I'd be taking a possible. If I rolled really badly, and knowing me, I would be at full heat, which would be
core strain.
What? No, I wouldn't because of a thing on my mech. I would have a chance to
Oh,
not, but like, it, you know,
It's a risk you don't need to take.
Exactly. Not right yet. Not right yet.
Yes.
So I missed, sadly, because I rolled a 9 because of the -1d6, sadly. So mortar shot missed the 10 light tank. So that is actually owed. Cool. But that is my turn. And I'm just going to go over the comms and be like, we made a hole. Now make it wide.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going through my order of operations here that I have in my notebook here. So you had 39 total damage done before your turn happened. The first reinforcement roll threshold was at 40, and then every 10 after that was another roll.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm telling you the mechanics of what this reinforcement system I have for this fight was, because I want it to be interesting.
How many reinforcements per reinforcement thing?
See, that's the thing I was getting into. The thing is that as a GM, I'm going to have the choice of banking what I roll here, and I have 4 different things I could call in during this fight. Not all of them, but they ramp up in damage. They ramp up in difficulty. So I'm just going to roll this. This is actually, like, while this is bad, this was kind of my counterbalance of balancing system, was the fact if you did really fucking well really quickly, I could theoretically get something that would make it harder for you, hopefully, to make this an interesting fight. So first roll, 6. I'm banking that. 5. So we got 11. 4. So 15. 2. And then 1 more. Right? Yeah, that was... Yeah,
it should be four rolls. It should be 4 rolls.
Yeah, it should be 4 rolls. So. Okay.
You'll have another roll soon enough, right?
Yeah, 6, 5, 4, 2. Yeah, 6, 5, 4, and 2.
Yeah.
We just need to. We need.
That last one was a 4. So
21.
21.
You rolled 5?
Did I roll 5?
Because you had a 6, a 5, a 6 that you banked, a 5, a 4, and a 2. And then that final one being a 4 would be 5 rolls.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Cool.
17.
17. Okay. Cool. I know what I'm calling in.
So also, Rival, you just see my mech pull back and just this.
The air starts boiling.
Just this hazy green and like steam.
It's already hot out here.
Yeah, it is.
And like
so
the end
ominously,
of Deadpool and Wolverine, like my shirt has miraculously like burnt off.
So ominously, through your radios, you hear Juliet saying, "You have a heavy coming in right now." And you hear a sonic boom.
Oh no!
Coming down the runway.
Oh, I hope that other Mike doesn't get hit by the thing on the runway. other Mike's just like, I'm gonna get revenge for my brothers. Get absolutely clapped by an incoming jet.
And the jet's
and
called
so you see
other Mike.
Yeah.
This new enemy show up, which should be visible to all of you now.
Yes. Down the bottom.
Oh no, it's a pelican.
Middle class Corvette blind date.
Holy heck in a handbasket.
Well, I know what I'm doing.
This wasn't the worst thing that could have happened, but I'm willing to spend it on this right now.
So Reaper's leaving. he's turning around and he's leaving. He's gone.
So this.
I have to say, that's really pretty.
It is really cool looking.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, I can't take any credit for it because we use retro minis as our retrograde minis as our token maker for this campaign. So this is one of their recent developments that has been released, and I use that as the basis for this little ship. So yeah, this is a Corvette, like one of the ones that bombed your fire base. Though this one seems to be not as built as a bomber, but as a close air support ship. Seems to also have a limited VTOL capability, and by limited I mean it's VTOL.
So the Harrier Jump Pelican just came in.
Yeah, this thing's big, and by big I mean big.
It's like size 4, right? Or 5 maybe?
I think it is 4.
It does look like it could be 2 of Ursa.
Yeah.
Has more than that. in terms of raw hexes it takes up. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 Ursa's worth of hexes that it takes up space wise.
That's a lot of hexes.
A lot of hexes. So yeah, that came in.
It's here now.
It is here now. That is true. And it is its turn now, which is also true.
A lot of things that are happening here that are true, and I don't like the fact that they're true.
This I didn't think I would get to bring this in. I thought I was actually going to bring in the Arma 3 squad that I did make. That was the joke. Because I thought this wasn't going to go very well for... I thought it was going to take a while, so I have some chances. But this worked out really well. So... Cool.
Guys, if I stabilize for 2 turns straight, I can do that again and we can get out.
Just sit there, stabilize. All right, guys. Hopefully no one dies. Stabilize. Okay, now we gotta do it again.
I will say that we can try that if you think maybe Rival's better off killing things coming in at us.
I'm going to be running across open ground towards that thing. We have no idea what that thing's movement is. Or what weapons it's got, or anything.
It's sonic boomed. I'm guessing fast.
Yeah, I don't think us getting over to it is a thing. I think...
No, but I've got to get to the building and get out of my
mech.
Yeah.
I'm saying, do we want to cancel that? I just focus on... full destruction and we just hold the line until we can destroy it.
Okay. Roach, if you could not do the line showing you can do all the way across the map with one shot, please. Appreciate
That's not me. That's coming from inside the house. That's not me.
that's Goblin checking to see if they can disable it for 1 round.
I mean, that would be helpful.
Yeah, that would be extremely helpful.
Goblin's been already, so that'll be that's it if we live. That's an if we live scenario at this point. And again, I know mine is an if we live scenario, but it means like me doing that, we lose my firepower, which at the end of the day would be my big mortar, which I'd have to stabilize to refire anyway, or my mortar. I can just focus on stabilizing. It's 2 charges per stabilize.
Not bad, I just had a summon cold spell.
Actually, I think
okay.
Yeah. Which means I've
got to move forward this turn anyway.
Yeah.
And I can and start hitting the hummingbirds and things. At least protect that breach.
Just need to double check one thing on ComCon because it might not be displaying correctly due to the nature of this
vehicle.
Of this vehicle, yeah. I just need to know the range.
Right, I think it's time for me to read what my core ability does again.
Or I can charge once, and then the range should be 8.
I do have a question. Is my core ability online?
The Molnir?
You use
Yeah.
that.
We
I used
used
that
it.
at the beginning.
Yeah, that was in the when we got ambushed.
Yeah, you can still use it as just a regular gun, though. You can just use it as like its standard.
Yeah, when it says core, if it's an active power and you've spent it, then you've used it. If
So,
like the gun itself is still there and you can still use it, but the thing that the power gives you is spent.
So I can technically do this firing my laser every combat. It's just it gets more power. Like I went super soaker. I just put it into full blast straight away.
Okay.
Normally I have to stay every time I stabilize I gain a charge on it.
So this is funny for me, but not you all. I had to double check the range of the main weapon this thing had because it was so long it didn't display correctly in the Foundry module.
Nice.
That sounds right.
So it displayed as 0.
I don't like that.
It displays as 0, but it's not 0.
So to tie into our references that we've been making for all these first-person shooters, somebody should be screaming AC 130 above, basically, is the equivalent of what we're getting right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it's just someone who's just got a nuke and they've called in their Harrier and their AC 130 at the same time, and they're just sitting there on the laptop.
I'll say this because it is a size 4, is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So I'm going to say it can see Ursa and Fathead, since they're size 2 against size 2. You'd get cover, but that's still a thing because technically they're above the wall, size-wise.
Yep.
Like I'm not counting them flying because that technically
right
doesn't
back.
actually exist in terms of like line of sight measurement things in this, but they're size 4. So if you had a size 3 and the size 2 doesn't block line of sight, it just gives cover.
I mean, if you've ever read the Lancer rulebook, you know it says in the fine print, "Fuck Pythagoras, he's a bitch," and then they never did any kind of height things.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you're just okay. Barely. Barely. So was could overcharge.
Taking all the heat.
Possibly.
Just have Spanner invade it a couple times and make it explode its own reactors.
It's their only option.
I could push it back and then jam it.
You could.
But I don't know what their tech's going to be like.
You won't know until we
Might be
try.
worth locking on then.
Yes. Alternatively, there's the option of one of us scanning it and just getting that information. That's something we can just do.
All right, that's the end of its turn. Does not have the ability of to hit you. You're just out of range.
Okay, so it's Demon, Ursa, Fathead, and me who haven't gone yet.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the other Mike, the light tank, the hummingbird, and Alan who haven't gone yet on the enemy side.
2 hummingbirds.
2 hummingbirds.
Well, one of them I guess has gone, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So who's got an idea here of what they want to do?
Well, Fathead hasn't got visual until after his turn.
That's true. Yeah, he's currently blind.
Bland.
He's currently flying and firing.
So Fathead doesn't know what's going on. He just heard a sonic boom, and it's just, you're firing the laser. Sonic boom.
Yeah. And then a second sonic boom from the jet.
If you want to take out one of the hummingbirds.
I don't think I can. Because I'm behind the wall, I need to move, and I can't move and shoot my anti-material rifle. And they're too spread out for me to hit more than one person with my missile launcher. And personally, I don't want to be sitting on top of this wall when that when this dude gets a turn. That just seems like a terrible idea.
There's actual glowing laser ports all across the front of it for reference, if you zoom in enough.
That seems like a terrible idea, personally.
Roach.
Yeah.
The building that just had a laser go through it, is it on fire?
No, because there's not. I'm not. No. No.
I mean,
But it does have actual holes that people could go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
there's a hole burned in it at least.
Perfect circle going straight through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It cauterized everything on the way through. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's so hot that it didn't actually like.
There's no oxygen left after the beam went through for a few seconds, so it was nothing to catch fire.
So, are we thinking Alan or the Tanem tank?
The tank
Gotta-
has an anti-material rifle. Alan has a bullpup,
Panzer
probably.
And I'll also, yeah, which has to recharge. You remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
I say tank.
Okay. So I'm gonna take my turn then.
Do you want me to take my turn and then you have the lock on? That's my bonus action.
If you want, yeah, sure, that makes sense. Sure, go ahead.
I'm not going to be able to kill anything, but you might be able to get some serious damage on the tank if you want to go for it.
Sure.
To be within sensor range to apply that.
Sensor's 10 for downtown.
I won't be in range then. Okay. Do what you gotta do.
Right. So I'm gonna step up onto the wall here.
All right.
Target the Tanel light tank.
Daniel
And
light
then
tank.
Going to shoot it with the Vulture DMR, or at least attempt to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No modifiers. It doesn't have. Well, I could technically quick action lock on myself and then shoot it with my weapon, right? That's a thing I can do.
Yeah.
As a what's it called? As a Death's Head, I get a free reroll on range attacks anyway.
And because you're next to Fathead, he's got the same ability as me in that if you use lock on next to him, you can reroll.
Right. I'm gonna throw a lock on. Which of these guys haven't moved yet? HPV 2? Yeah. As a quick action, I'm gonna throw a lock on HPV A2, the hummingbird, the second one here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the light tank with the vulture. Pew. Crit.
Nice.
I unfortunately didn't use any of my talents that gives me extra damage for critting, which is annoying, but here we are. Also, I'm a bit hot already. Thank you. Overheat. See, I've shot up the tank. Yeah, overkill. I have to, since I rolled a 1 on one of those, I have to re-roll it. So, burst 1, I don't think I'd be able to hit either. I don't think I'd be able to hit both of these people with a burst 1 because of how they're spread out.
Yeah, not with a burst.
Sorry, it's not burst, it's blast 1. Reapers do, there we are.
Yeah, blast
roll
one, no.
Yeah, it's blast 1. Yeah, that's fine.
And blast and burst are basically the same at 1. So
Cool. Yeah, so I did the damage. I'm going to now step back down over here and So it would have been 1, 2 to move to there. I don't necessarily know if I want to be standing next to either of the big boys, given that what's it called? The blind date can see both of them. But given I will have heavy cover either way, I think I'm going to move down to here with my last 4 moves. And that should be it.
Okay.
Just a spider mech scuttling up onto the wall, shooting, and then scuttling back down off of it.
Just being an annoying little shit.
Yeah, hurting like hell when it hits, and then just vanishing.
Okay. Need to think on this. So that was Reaper.
That was Reaper.
Mm-hmm. I think the blind date's gonna go for its second activation.
Of course.
It's a boss. What do you want from me? All right. It targets Ursa. Hits. 10 damage.
Did it have an innate accuracy?
Yes.
Because, okay, because I was gonna say, because if I did still have cover from the wall, then I did see it roll with difficulty. Okay.
I negated one of its. It gets a +2 normally. Top of thing, or if that didn't apply correctly, I think it did though. I didn't apply correctly. You're okay.
I was gonna say, because if it had a difficulty on that, I would have missed.
I tried negating it, but yeah. So okay.
Huzzah! Ursa survives by the skin of his teeth, because...
Skin of his teeth, yeah.
This is turning into a bit of a Michael Bay movie with just like bits of wall like exploding in front of giant transforming robots. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Just a giant array of laser beams lances out from the front of this ship, and it barely misses you or something.
And the odd, like, rail cannon-esque thing, because that's what Reaper has. It's just a rail gun, like a miniature rail gun attached to his mech, peeking out every now and again.
Just firing over the wall.
Yep, just, help.
All right. Okay, that's the end of the second activation for the blind date. It's slow innately, but it's fast whenever you account for the fact that it has 2 activations. But not really. Do a maximum of 8 axes of speed of movement. It's all right. It's Demon Ursa or Fathead.
Well, I'm going to be firing at a hummingbird, guys, so... Fathead you can't see. Ursa, what do you want to do?
Ursa doesn't have a whole lot of anything to do, so he's going to be sitting tight and waiting to see out what these other 2 activations or 3 activations are going to be on their side.
Alright. In which case, I will move.
Okay. You need to come out from behind that wall eventually. Or have it blown up around
Rival,
you.
you're clicking me.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I was watching you struggle from a distance there where I was zoomed out. I was like, are you trying to? Yeah, okay.
I'll go to there.
I know my mech's cool, and I know we want to move it around, but
It's a linchpin of this attack.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna be hiding in this corner, going recharge for this.
At the moment, it's too cool. It should be glowing like.
I had the same thought, but I'm like, no, he's not overheated yet. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Ooh, nice shot.
Okay, having done that, I will then use the rest of my move.
I'm just gonna say turret.
Oh yeah, turret reaction. Pew,
Okay,
pew, pew.
and
I can call a reaction on my my turret shot. I think it's reliable to anything within 10 sense of 10.
cool.
So I'll put that on the hummingbird.
Awesome. Applied. It's at the end of your turn.
Other than sensor locking the same hummingbird, I just shot.
Okay. All right. Hummingbird 2 is going to go. Gonna target demon.
Oh, sorry, it's 3 kinetic, not 2.
Applied. Going to attack with this light machine gun onto demon. Five damage, and I need you to make an engineering check.
Right after I get my reaction shot.
Okay. You weren't targeting it. Didn't hit
sorry.
anyways. Doesn't matter.
Engineering.
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 The pistol is reliable one.
That's true. I'll make sure to apply that.
Seven.
All right. You are blinded, my friend. So you cannot see anything past 1 hex around you, 1 space around you, until the end of your next turn.
Cool.
Right? And then with the rest of their movement, they're going to go 1, 2, 3. That is the end of the hummingbird's turn. All right, who wants to go? Demon's gone, so it's Ursa and Fathead.
Well, I'm probably just going to shield up here. Well, actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm probably just going to sit here and recover. If you want
You can move. You just can't see anything past a hex, but you can. Everything else
Yeah.
is fine.
I don't know if you want to take a turn.
All right, let's start that. You're gonna get me going.
I'm tired, man.
If you want to go Ursa, you can.
I don't think Ursa has anything useful that he can still do in this position. Everything's out of range is the problem.
Even the hummingbird?
Nope. It moved just beyond range.
Ooh.
We need to get you like some frag grenades or something.
I'm completely replacing my mech going into the next mission. It'll be a lot more effective.
Next mission, spaceship corridors. Nothing but that.
Long
Somehow they're
spaceship
like, all right,
corridors.
guys, you guys are getting pulled off the planet. We gotta go breach and clear some ships. And Ursa's just there like, fuck.
I put an EVA module on my next one anyway, so I don't care. Because I had the spare SP, and I'm like, he would have that on just because
That's in character. It makes sense.
I mean, if you want to just like move behind cover and stabilize, I think that's totally fair. Because I'm fine waiting until last activation to take my move.
So, who's taking it?
No, I'll take it.
Okay. So, Fathead. Where are you going and what are you doing?
I'm probably just gonna move down south for a bit and then use a repair because I'm pretty low in HP.
Yeah, you did get beat up on that first turn.
I got real beat up. Move to there.
Reaper's the safest they've
Oh, wait.
ever been.
It's just that ancient fucking
no, I
like
can only move to
meme
there.
of like the two very buff big dudes and then the small little man in the middle.
How could you only move there?
I forgot I'm speed 3.
Oh.
Speed tweet. The two big boys are pretty
We're not
slow. Is the problem.
fast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Again, part of the thing that I'm changing going into the next mission.
Okay, so that was Fathead's turn. So other mics going. Just double check their speed. 1, 2. Boost. 1, 2.
Imagine getting other Mike as your call name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
That-
did they do to deserve that?
I don't know. That might actually be one of the better ones, though, because that is just fun. Nobody's forgetting that.
Oh,
Demon and Reaper, people are gonna. They go hard, but they're not necessarily that unique. Let's be honest here.
This is true. It's not. He didn't even pick his name. He was like it was given to him, and he just sort of stuck.
Yeah. Other Mike, you're not forgetting that.
Yeah. OOM. Yeah. That's unique. You can even make it. You
Ohm.
can make it like you can like shorten it to Ohm, and people were like, oh, that's also kind of unique.
Yeah.
as I've been told a
That's-
number of times, you don't ever pick your own call sign. It's not a thing
Exactly.
that happens. Your
Yeah.
call sign will be given to you.
Yeah.
I picked mine.
That's true. You did.
Yeah, but yeah, kind of a unique situation, though. You were contractually forced into being a Lancer
It's like,
pilot.
well, guess what, kid? You're being drafted, and you're like, fuck.
The pilot that was originally in your position is dead. Good luck. Welcome to the team. All right, Ursa, it's your turn.
Actually, as I look at this, there may be a very tiny angle where we can take a shot here. He's going to quick action. He's going to boost. We're going to use the measuring tool because that's the smart way to do this. We're going to boost up onto the wall for just the briefest moment, so that we can also quick action fire down at this guy within range 3.
Cool.
Did you just stomp on my turret?
He may be standing directly on top of your turret for a second. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Cool. We missed, so it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna take a step down and we're gonna drop behind cover.
To be fair, that's the fastest he moved in a while, so it was hard to get that bead.
That's Ursa's turn.
Yep. Hey, you tried, and that's what's important. All right, Private Allen.
Secure the burger. No, wait.
You started me on it. Sorry, I can't stop yawning.
Can't stop. Don't stop.
Yeah, Private Allen, what the fuck do you even have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boost 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm only little.
I'm in trouble.
Drax slide with hostile intent as you say
I'm
that.
in danger.
Yeah. I'm in trouble.
You are in range. He is inside of the area cover, so I'm going to say that does not apply. He's technically on top of the level 1 difficult terrain. So, it's a straight shot. Didn't matter. Just a quick little shit.
I'm very delicate, but I am speedy as fuck.
Yep. All right, that's Private Allen's turn. Now the Tanya light tank. If he tried shooting at Ursa, it would be hard cover.
But Ursa also has an AC of 6.
It's true. Cool. He's going to do that from where he is. You do have the option as a free action. What is that? Is it? Hold on. I have to read that specifically.
I have cover, so it doesn't do structure.
Yes, it doesn't do structure. You're right. Correct. Okay.
So I think Ursa will be okay with him taking the shot. If it's a lot of damage, I might brace. Otherwise, we'll see.
Cool. Hard cover negates the innate accuracy. That was a weird sound effect as well, because all I heard was the click of it. There it goes. That cordite's really old. The tickle. So that's 10, and that is AP.
Yep. That hurts.
It's kind of meant to.
It wasn't a structure damage, but yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That would have been a lot worse. All right. And then with that, they're going to use their... They're going to use their sensors to put a lock on there onto you, and then they are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And I don't think the sniper's mark goes away even if you're attacked. I think they have to... Yep, it just stays until they either transfer it or drop it. So you are still marked.
And I
Cool.
wasn't planning on running out into the open anyways.
Yeah, well, who knows if the wall will still be there?
I mean, we'll deal with that when we come to it.
All right, and that's the end of round 2. Now we're on the top of round 3.
Okay, if I'm to have any chance of Jammy Jam, that big motherfucker, I need to move, and I'm a little nervous about moving.
Well, with Private Allen, like trying to get the barrel onto you as you're juking around.
Although I say that, and I can do everybody's favourite manoeuvre of bouncing onto the wall and bouncing off again. And getting into cover behind Fathead. Am I attempting it?
That's entirely up to you, I think.
Scan is a quick action, isn't it? A quick tech action.
Yes.
So, what I might do then is... Okay. Roach, that thing is a big mother trucker. Would I be able to see it past Private Allen?
I mean, it's size 4.
Right then. Wait there.
Okay, you move there.
And then I am going to do the same scan that Ursa did. Not the secret hidden features, the evasion, armor, e-defense, speed, HP on that big bastard.
All right, you want to write it down, or should I just put it somewhere? Because this is actually harder since this wasn't like written in a Word document. This is
I will write it down. I have pen and paper here.
Okay, what do you need to know? What? Run it down for me, and I'll tell you as I go.
HP.
35.
Evasion.
Evasion 6.
Armor.
Armor is 3.
E-defense.
11.
Speed.
2. The sonic boom was from it dropping from orbit.
That was gravity helping.
Yeah, that's gravity up. This thing goes fastest when it's careening down a cliffside.
Okay, I'm gonna try and jam it. It says at the end of its next turn, so the turn wouldn't be an activation, would it? Because it gets 2 activations per turn. That's how I understand it.
Have to see if there's an actual difference in the glossary of a turn and an activation. Because that could also just be like, you know, they both mean the same thing. And you'd have to check on that one. I'm looking through, but I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me on that. But I'd have to go searching.
Yeah, there's nothing in the rule book. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. What were we?
Is a turn the same as an activation? Because jammed ends at the end of their next turn.
So the ruling on the ability stated for the elites that they can take 2 turns around, I would argue that them activating is a turn.
Yeah. That's how I'd read it as well.
It would stop them getting an activation, which is how it works for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'm still gonna do it. It's still gonna.
Yeah.
It just means it's getting 1 turn this turn rather than 2, which is good.
Exactly.
It can still move, and there's a lot of other things it can do. It just can't. Yeah. I also need to look at what it's immune to. Because there are things it's immune to just because of a lot of other shit. Immune to mobilize, stunned, prone. Go ahead, do your girls.
Happy with that roll.
Okay. They take 2 heat, right?
Yes.
2 heat, and they are jammed.
And then I've got 2 more movements, so I'm going to move 2 squares to be in Fathead's radius.
Hold on, let me double check. Threat.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. That is the downside of moving in to close range of an enemy.
I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, threat would trigger. They do have threat 3. Threat 3, actually, that's surprising. I did not see that before. Yeah. Four damage.
Okay. That's my turn.
Cool.
And I'll put it across the radio, everything I found out about that big thing.
Alright, Corvette's gonna go. Jammed. I had it written right here. Make attacks with an improvised grapple and ram. Take reactions or benefit from tech attacks. Take or benefit from tech attacks. Cool. 1, 2. Boost. Okay, that's the end of its activation. So, who wants to go on your side?
I'm just going to be stabilizing, so.
I could try and take out the 2 hummingbirds, so we don't have to worry about them anymore.
I think that's a good idea.
It'd be a damage roll, but I could try it.
Go for it.
That's perfect.
Does this hummingbird right here have a lock-on on it?
Yes, from me.
Okay, thank you.
Nobody's
I'm
used it yet?
probably going to use that then. All right, then I suppose Ursa will activate. Ursa will move himself. We're going to have to boost, but that's fine. We're only going to have to fire once, I think. Quick action boost, quick action. Oh, but what if I really need to shoot one of these guys again? Fuck it. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit, as they say. I'm gonna overcharge. I'm gonna overcharge and gain another action just for the curiosity. I'll take 2 heat. That's fine. That's not even in danger zone. We're gonna shoot both. We're gonna go for a daisy cutter. We still got 1 shot on that left.
Here you go.
The one that has a lock on it is going to get +1 accuracy. Yes, because that's +1 against both. Or sorry, no, it's only minus. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I can apply only an accuracy to one of them, because only one of them gets a bonus accuracy. Ah, we can do it that way, sure. All right, because we want to get accuracy on because it's within. Yeah, it's on range 3. Okie dokie then. Kerblam.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what you like to see.
That is 100% what we wanted to see.
That's huge.
Cool.
That's a 21 and a 10, doing 14 and 18 damage on the crit. Oh.
Maximum damage on the crit.
One of those was, in fact, a maximum damage roll, which is what you love to see it.
Things you love to see. That.
Got them both. Cool. So I wasted my full barrage here because I overheated just to do that. But that's gonna be Ursa's turn.
You don't roll like that every day, to be fair.
No.
I rolled like that when we fought.
Does that mean you've still got a quick action left?
So full barrage is 2 quick actions at once.
Right.
Declared it. So
I wanted to make sure I had the second action to shoot with my gun in case one of he survived, but they didn't. So I botched that a little bit. It's fine. That's Ursa's turn.
To be fair, if those had been
because I'm saying you could lock something on.
if those had been reversed damage-wise, one of them would have been alive with 1 HP.
That's fine. I mean, I took 2 heat from it. I'm fine with that.
It would
the
have
way
been
that
hit
worked
by a
out.
turret reaction. It wouldn't have lived.
What's
Oh,
your sensors, Ursa?
My sensors are 15. I could lock on, but like I said,
Yeah.
full barrage takes both quick actions.
Yeah.
So, and you can't take those
He
quick actions
used-
separately.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
skirmish. I have to full barrage.
Yeah, he used the overcharge. Yeah, because he boosted. So
Yeah.
he used.
So I had to
Yeah,
boost to get where I was.
it's just a
either way,
weird interplay between of how that works.
It
but yeah.
is, and I realized that. I knew it was a risk when I did it, but that's fine
Yeah.
because
It
those
was
two
a
are
worth the
down.
risk.
That takes them off the board, and that's Ursa's turn.
Because those were really fucking annoying because they blind people whenever they hit them. And if I really wanted to be more annoying, I could have also used their Overwatch features, which
Yep,
are
it's
even
fine.
worse.
Oh, good. That was a good turn.
Please don't.
I can't
Oh, and
anymore.
that's nice. There's a smoke cloud around them as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that area now is everything inside that area is soft cover now.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Let me draw
It's
shit.
awkward because it's a turret. It's a cone.
Is it a cone? What kind of cone is it?
It's
What's
a
it?
size 7 cone, so everything inside this area.
It would have been on a there you go, yeah. See, the one I have is the actual proper template, so I'm going to use that as a basis.
Sure.
Alright, so could you get rid of yours just so I know where it is? Okay. So yeah. Within that cone is soft cover
Yep. But yeah, that is Ursa's turn
until the end of your next turn.
until the end of his next turn. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so that's the end. All right. Oh, the blind date is no longer jammed because it did its movement. Yeah, right. I forgot. Cool. QQ. All right. I think. The blind date's gonna go again. It's gonna shoot first and then move. It is targeting both Fathead and Ursa.
Right, they've got the most repairs, right?
I'm running low now.
No.
Yeah, Ursa's got 4 more. Ursa's fine.
We have been doing like an extended deployment right now with multiple battles.
Yeah. Which is normal for the game system. This is the normal kind of amount of combat you should be experiencing.
Yeah, we're just dinged up at this point. And it's also big boy Ursa had taken like no damage in the last 3 combats.
Somehow.
Well, it was mostly because you were so slow. You were the combat was outrunning you. All right, you both get heavy cover or hard cover because of the walls you're next to. Ursa, 1 point of that hard cover is negated because the lock-on is being consumed in this shot. So it's -2 for Fathead, -1 for Ursa.
Sure.
I'm just saying it aloud in case there was anything I'm missing on it.
I mean, technically speaking, I'm standing next to the holes in the wall, so I think it has a clear shot on me.
Do you think so? Well, you still get soft cover. Yeah, it can draw a straight line to you. You'll still get soft cover because of the smoke you just laid down,
Sure.
which still makes it a flat roll. Ooh.
Oh no.
Ursa's gonna brace.
Okay. This is not AP or anything. It's just
That's fine.
It's flat 10 damage, and critical doesn't do anything. So that's a benefit. But that's 10 damage to both of you. And yep.
No, I think
Yeah.
that's just still gonna take the chance to brace here. Gonna reduce that
Again.
to 4 damage instead.
6 health left.
Make sure you're applying your armor.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I have armor
Right.
1.
Yeah, right. You did get hit
Armor
pretty bad.
1.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, armor 1 is par for the course. It's actually very rare to get higher than 1 armor.
It's true. Okay, and then with that, it's gonna move 1. Move 2.
We
and
need
I
someone
think-
who can like madman like melee things and just like dive on the top of this plane. Samurai sword in hand.
And I think it's going to use its last quick action instead of boosting for the first time. It's going to use it for something else, and I think it's going to apply a lock on to Ursa.
Sure.
You're right there. You're a target.
It's 11 p.m. and people are yawning.
Yeah, we should probably
Right.
end the session here.
Well, yeah, that works out. I will say that's the end of that combat. So it's the top of your side of round 3, this current round. So that works out.
Eh?
It's now your guys' turn on this round.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's not round 3 yet.
Well, no, it is round 3. You've
I-
done 3. This is the 3rd turn.
I haven't gone.
You went
We're
last
on
time.
round 3. We haven't got to the bottom of round 3
Wait.
yet. We've
Oh
only-
Yeah.
no, you're right. You're right. We did one. It's because we did one whole turn of just moving. Sorry, my bad. My brain was jumping ahead, which is
Yeah.
probably a sign we need to.
I have it on the map.
no,
Midge.
it's again. I was like, we've had one turn. This was. I was at turn 2. I thought we were still in turn 2 because we'd had like 2 turns over. My brain associated that with us turning
Do
over
the
a new
outro.
turn. Yeah, okay. Thank you everybody so much for watching yet another episode of Lancer. We'll be back next time with more of this, but all we've got left to do tonight is to thank those who have been there. Thank you to Commissar Roach for writing and GMing this campaign. Thank you to SurelyOnlyMikey, to Utari Onzo, to DM Lake, to Red Moogle and RivalzoneGaming. I've been Midgeman. We've been the Component Cast Tuesday crew, and we'll be back next time. Bye-bye.